Have you ever wondered where your soul goes after you die? Have you ever wondered what Earth is really in? What a human really is, you know what I'm saying? Have you ever wondered what the fuck is a fifth dimension, a fourth dimension, a sixth dimension, all that other shit, you know what I'm saying? Do you want to know where that shit is? Well, this is that fucking video, you know what I'm saying? This is that shit for you. And I got some fucking heat for you. Let me tell you why. Because I got the Death Note with me, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm finna write up some fucking heat in this book and I'm finna kill it. You know what I'm saying? That's what the fuck I'm finna do.
I'll take a potato chip and eat it.
What's good? It's Ayo Bleezy in this motherfucker. You know what the fuck is going on. Now, in this video, I'm gonna tell you where you place in this fat ass world what a fucking human is, really, you know what I'm saying? In this fat ass infinitesimal, in this dimension, in the motherfucking all the dimensions, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm gonna get you hip on. The higher dimensions and where you place in this fucking earth, you know what I'm saying? So before we start, go ahead subscribe, because I'm gonna motherfucking keep getting you hip on these fucking facts, man. Go ahead and motherfucking, I don't give a fuck about likes. I really don't. But if you want to, go ahead and do the shit. But really, subscribe, because I'm gonna keep getting you hip. And for real, comment, because I like to know what you niggas think. But I'm finna get you hip on the higher dimensions. Fuck, it's cold as a bitch. Right here.
Hey, I'm high. Shit.
That's that smack shit right there. Right there. Right there. Right there. Before I start talking about the higher dimensions, because that's what you really want to know. Not about this little human shit. About the higher dimensions. That's the real secret sauce right there. Bro, this shit is... Damn, that bitch changing colors. Now we ready to lock and roll it. But anyway, before you really start jumping into some shit, I have to tell you what the fuck a human is, right? I have to break down where you place in the third dimension, right? Because that's where we live in and shit. Humans, right, are three-dimensional beings. And if you don't know what I'm not going to explain the three. Can't even fucking say it. I'm not really going to explain the third and the fourth dimension. I'm gonna touch on them, but that's later, right? So, humans are beings of the third dimension. Can't fucking speak today. Our physical body, right? And everything we see is made up from our brains. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck no.
Not necessarily made up. It's just how we perceive the world. Our physical body, just like everything we see in this reality, is manifested from our brain. Our brain is the first thing that starts forming and shit, because we gotta fucking start thinking about our own body, you know what I'm saying? We couldn't grow without our brain working fully, you know what I'm saying? So our brain manifests our physical body, and our brain is also our connection to the spiritual realms, you know what I'm saying? Because it's our connection to the fourth, fifth, and higher dimensions and shit.
There's another dimension and it's real.
Now humans, because we live in this three-dimensional world, the way that basically works is touch anything, literally anything. It has depth and you can feel it, right? Because it goes back, out, up and down, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna explain the third dimension. The shit that we live in adds depth, because we have the ability to move our hand forward, grab the shit, right? Shake it, so left and right, and throw that bitch up in the air, up and down. We could do that wherever the fuck we want to, right? Because we live in a three-dimensional world. Our world is three-dimensional. We can walk wherever the fuck we want to, forward, back, whatever the fuck. It has space. It has matter, you know what I'm saying? It has weight, all that shit. That's a three-dimensional world. The two-dimensional world is how we view shit in the 2D, right? And basically how this works is your eyes can't feel everything, right? Your eyes have to be able to function in a way where you can see what you're touching without touching it, you know what I'm saying? So basically, the reason why we can see ourselves touching shit is because there's light. No matter where it is, there's light, right? And that's why you can see what you're touching, basically. And it looks like it has depth because there's light in the room. There's light on your phone, there's light on whatever type shit. That's basically that shit. Our brain, like I said, it's our connection to the spiritual realm and shit. So our brain has the ability to go into the fourth dimension, the fifth dimension, and all these higher dimensions with work. It doesn't come natural to everybody. Because you have to redevelop your motherfucking physical body from... You have to basically lower yourself. Go watch the Souls and Reincarnation video. That's all I'm going to say.
Because it's the right thing to do.
So, the Earth is a three-dimensional planet. That's what we live on. That's what humans live on, is a three-dimensional planet. The sun is our main source of light. So that's why we see shit in the two dimension. Everything looks like it has depth. Everything has, can go up, down, in, out, right, and shit, right, left and shit, because it's a three-dimensional world. But we see shit in the two dimension. You get what I'm saying, right? The Earth has manifested organisms and shit.
What the fuck are you talking about?
AKA humans, some humans, AKA animals, AKA insects, grass, all shit on it, right? The Earth flows in the third dimension and shit, right? Because it lives in the solar system. So, outside of the Earth, or a next scale bigger than the Earth, I'm gonna go based upon scales and shit. Next scale bigger than the Earth and humans and shit. You have the solar system. The solar system is obviously what the Earth is in, and shit. And in our solar system, there are 8 main planets plus Pluto. I'm gonna fucking say 9. There are 9 main planets and shit in this motherfucking solar system along the universal equator and shit. There are 12 astrological constellations, aka 12 zodiacs and shit. There are moons, there are motherfucking asteroids, and all the shit that you know about from space class or science class and shit. That's in our fucking solar system, right? Well, not all of it, but a lot of the shit is in our solar system. And the main shit that's at the center of it in our solar system, the fucking sun, right? That's just how that works. Alpha Centauri, you know what I'm saying? Boy, them spiders is finna be fried as a bitch. If you really think about it, the way Earth is in our solar system is the way humans are to the Earth, you know what I'm saying? So it might be confusing at first, but just bear with me. So the Earth makes organisms like bugs, insects, whatever the fuck you want to say, birds, whatever. And the solar system, the whole space and shit, inhabits Earth and shit. So it's like we're some living shit, on some living shit, in some living shit. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what I'm trying to say. We're some small living shit. Humans live on Earth. Earth is a living organism. It moves around the sun, the fucking solar system and shit. It spins, makes life, has oxygen, can sustain life, all that other shit. So I'm gonna say it's a living organism itself. And it lives in the solar system. But because we don't know what's at the end of the solar system, or not even the end of the solar system, the end of the whole space and shit, we don't know who's running it, or what's running it, or if something's running it. For certain, we just have very strong predictions and guesses with all the shit. So, a step higher than the solar system and shit is what's called a galaxy. And what a galaxy is hundreds and thousands of solar systems together. And our galaxy is the fucking Milky Way. It's a whole bunch of tens of or hundreds of planets in a solar system all together, right? So it could be a whole bunch of humans on a whole bunch of Earths and a whole bunch of solar systems in one galaxy, you know what I'm saying? And outside of a galaxy, you have the observable universe, you know what I'm saying? The fuck is up with the squirrels, you know what I'm saying? So the observable universe is all of the space that we can see, you know what I'm saying? It's all the space that we know of, right? Shit. So like I said, outside the observable universe, you have the universe, and that's all the shit that we don't know about in space and shit. And outside of that, this is where we're gonna start talking about the fucking dimensions. I know, all that fucking hype up just to talk about dimensions is fucking necessary, because dimensions are fucking crazy.
Oh my god, oh my god.
So, the third dimension, like I said, everything I just fucking talked about. It's all your fucking galaxies inside of the observable universe, right? It's all the solar systems, all the planets, all the organisms and shit. That's all in the third dimension and shit, right? Now, the fourth dimension is basically a single reality where you know everything within that reality, right? So on the fourth dimension, it's no longer physical because the laws of time no longer apply, because in the fourth dimension you'll have access to all shit in the third dimension. You'll be able to go up, down, back in time, forward in time, through shit. You'll be able to have access to everything in the third dimension, right? All the solar systems, all the planets, all the organisms you'll have knowledge on. You'll be able to, go to as a being of the fourth dimension, you know what I'm saying? Go watch the fourth dimension video, get way deeper. Now, we're going to start talking about the crazier shit. The fifth dimension and on into the motherfucking 11th dimension, and there might be even higher dimensions. That's debatable. I'm going to talk about 11. So, the fifth dimension, right? In the fifth dimension, you will be able to know all possibilities in a reality, right? All alternate versions of your reality, all variations of your soul in this timeline, you know what I'm saying? And different timelines as well, you know what I'm saying? So, this is where you're going to know all the so just follow with me. So in the fourth dimension, you're going to know all of the time in this reality. So say for instance, it's October 2020. If you were in the fourth dimension, you would know who was the 2016 presidential candidates, who was the 1960 candidates, 1800s. You'll see everybody that died in the Civil War, and you'll know who wins the 2020 presidential election, and how the fucking Earth dies, how all the whole origin of space and all that other shit in the fourth dimension. In the fifth dimension, you'll know all the possibilities, right? So you'll know all the possibilities of your reality. Say for instance, you were born broke, right? In this reality. In the fifth dimension, you'll go to a possibility in which you lived a life in which you were broke until you were 21 and you won the lottery. You'll be able to know all the possibilities of your reality, all the possibilities of your incarnated soul, right? For this reality, you know what I'm saying? So I'll know all the versions of myself in every possible way in the fifth dimension and shit. Not all the possibilities of everything, but all the possibilities of this reality. So this Earth and this solar system, it's gonna get crazy, I'm telling you. So in the sixth dimension, right, you'll be able to know universes in different states of existing, right? So you'll be able to know other universes, not just this universe, because the fifth dimension deals with just this universe, this solar system, this observable universe, you know what I'm saying? Moving on into the seventh dimension, you'll know infinity, right? All possible timelines from this Big Bang Theory, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of different from the sixth dimension in the way that you'll be able to understand the end of all universes, basically.
That's the dumbest thing you you could have said.
You know what I'm saying? You'll be able to understand the beginning and the end of all the universes that you previously learned. It's complex. It's very tricky explaining this shit. Now, moving on, right? In the 8th dimension, you're probably like, what the fuck is beyond infinity, right? What the fuck is higher than knowing all the fucking universes and the way they begin and end with all the planets and all the humans and all the solar systems that are in each individual universe? There are different starts and different ends to different beginnings and ends of universes. And that's what you're gonna fucking learn in the 8th dimension and shit. You're gonna learn the different origins for different universes and the motherfucking different infinities for all of the universes below it. You know what I'm saying? So when you're in these dimensions and shit, you see or you live in the dimension above and you view in the dimension below. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna live in the 8th dimension, view in the 7th dimension, if you haven't noticed already. I'm getting through this shit pretty quick, you know what I'm saying?
I said, no, what?
But we're gonna move on into the 9th dimension and shit, which is all beginnings, all infinities, all universes, and all possibilities of time. You know what I'm saying? So at that point, you're going to be so up to date with every version of every origin of every universe and every possibility of every universe. You know what I'm saying? So what is infinity? Infinity goes on forever. You're going to know every infinity and every possibility of every universe, of every galaxy, of every solar system, of every planet, of every human, of every all that shit, you know, of all that time, of all time in between them, right? In the 9th dimension. As you keep going further, you hit the 10th dimension, right? Now, what the fuck is the 10th dimension? Because you've hit all this shit, you know all this shit already. You're like, what the fuck is the 10th dimension? Now, that's time itself. When you're in the 10th dimension, you are time. Once you've reached infinity at the 9th dimension, you're gonna be the light. You're gonna be before light. You're gonna be with the creator energy. You're creating time. You're gonna be motherfucking, I can't even fucking get it out because you're just gonna be time. You won't even, well, you're gonna know everything because you will be everything at that point. You know what I'm saying? So what the fuck could be above the 10th dimension? Now, this is beings of creator energy, you know what I'm saying? Beings that exist outside of time itself. Not talking about the 5th dimension and shit. I'm talking about outside of the 10th dimension. You're knowing you're creating time, which is a concept that we cannot comprehend, you know what I'm saying? You can't even think about it. And that's fucking crazy. Now, how do you get to these higher dimensions and shit? Meditation and fucking hard work and focus and shit. It's definitely possible to access different versions of yourself, different possibilities, especially in this age of Aquarius when we have this motherfucking shift from 3-dimensional to 5th dimensional energy. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody's gonna get it, but some people will be able to naturally tap into the 5th dimension and know all possibilities of their self, aka their spirit. You're gonna be aligned with your spirit for the first time in the age of Aquarius. In Hellas, you know what I'm saying? Astrological Ages video coming soon. That's the plug, you know what I'm saying? So, with meditation, you'll be able to access all this shit. You'll be able to recognize yourself, and you'll be able to ascend to the higher dimensions and know not only yourself, not only this world, not only this solar system, galaxy, observable universes, but you'll be able to eventually learn all possibilities of all time and all existence. You know what I'm saying? So, that's it for this fucking video. It's Ayo Bleezy with this motherfucking shit. Drop a like if you want to. Subscribe, most definitely. Meditate, of course. Elevate, you know it. And I'm gonna fucking catch you in the next one. Simple. Damn, this shit go out hell fast. It's cold. It's this cold. it's so cold it just froze my blunt. Advice for your ass: meditate. For real, it's almost time. Message for the chosen ones: it's almost that fucking time. Abundance coming soon. A fucking sap for the chosen ones. And I'll catch you later. Fucking bitch. Did I meditate today? I have not meditated today. I'm gonna meditate.